The update is in. Boston Herald talked to Department of Homeland Security, and that truck driver that lost control, that hit that state trooper, was actually told to go back to his country, and he did not go back last month. But here's the crazy part: is his non-domicile CDL was actually approved for him to drive, and so the state allowed that. And we are here today with a state trooper that is not. When in reality, if this driver was not here and shouldn't have been here, this state trooper would be here today. And so it's very sad. Let's get into this right here. This is breaking news on Mutha Trucker News. What's going on, Mutha Truckers? This one is a updated news report right here. The Boston Herald just came out and said DHS reveals Massachusetts driver involved in fatal crash is a Haitian illegal immigrant. Now, I tried to look this up myself, and I tried to look up Department of Homeland Security, and I couldn't find an official statement there. Boston Herald is a accredited newspaper. Now, when I looked on Facebook, of course, I see a lot of posts about this, but they're all accrediting Boston Herald. So I just want to put that out as a disclaimer here. But yeah, it was a situation. I didn't want to assume anything where a driver lost control and from there swiped a patrol car that was giving an inspection to a truck driver. And he was actually on the side of the driver's door, and so it was just one of those situations where the state trooper did pass away. Of course, the driver that lost control is okay, and the driver that was hit is also okay. Now, it says here, a commercial truck driver from Massachusetts being held on $700,000 bail after allegedly killing a Pennsylvania state trooper in a fiery crash with another tractor trailer Wednesday morning is an illegal immigrant from Haiti, federal authorities say. Now, the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, tells the Herald that Michael Boston, 33 of Brockton, is a Haitian illegal immigrant who has been in the country illegally since June of 2025. So DHS says the Commonwealth of Massachusetts issued bond his commercial driver's license, CDL. Now, when you look at this, how does someone that's illegal able to get a CDL? And I'm going to do more digging about that, but let's read on some more. July 2nd, 2024, U.S. Customs and Border Protection admitted Bond into the United States at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport as a parolee. In October of that year, Bond filed an application for temporary protected status, TPS, with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services under the Biden administration, which actually ultimately was never granted. Last week, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of federal government to end TPS for Haitian nationals. DHS says in June of 2025, USCIS terminated Bond's parole, issuing him a notice on June 13th. But despite his parole being terminated, Bond refused to leave the country and remained in the United States illegally, settling in Brockton. So he was issued to go back. And he did not. And if he would have went back, this state trooper would still be alive today. The Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles, RMV, is pointing the finger at the federal government, telling Herald in a written statement that Bond was eligible for and received a non-domicile commercial driver's license under federal standards at the time of his application in March of 2025. Pennsylvania State Trooper Michael Prehara Jr.'s death is horrific and terrible tragedy. We mourn him, and our thoughts are with his loved ones and fellow troopers. This defendant should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. RMV spokesperson Amelia told the Herald the non-domicile commercial driver's license program is a federal program. This individual was ruled eligible based on the Trump administration database and allowed to drive by federal law and Trump administration policies. The RMV says Bond applied to renew his CDL in February 2026 and was again approved. adding that he would not have been approved if he applied for a renewal next year. The Trump administration implemented a new rule on March 16th, directing states not to renew the issue's new non-domicile CDLs. The RMV relies on the federal SAVE database to determine whether someone is eligible to work in the United States. When Bond applied for it in 2025 and 2026, he was listed by the federal government as eligible. But while the RMV cites Bond's work eligibility, the Massachusetts State Police that's tasked with managing all the CDL skills, road tests in coordination with the RMV. The Herald asked MSP's role was in Bond's being issued a CDL and why the law enforcement agency is tasked with managing the road test to begin with. Quote, the Massachusetts State Police role is limited to conducting the commercial skills test for CDL program. They do not have the authority to approve or issue CDLs. Last year, 6 state police troopers in the MSP CDL unit were found guilty of participating in a conspiracy to pass prospective drivers who had failed the test in exchange for gifts. Bond was arraigned on several charges Thursday morning, including involuntary manslaughter, homicide by vehicle, aggravated assault by vehicle, and reckless driving. Among other charges, DHS says ICE lodged an immigration detainer against Bond on Thursday. So it's just really sad to see that look, a lot of people I know are pushing against, wanting to let, non-domicile CDL drivers be here and work. I mean, that's one separate issue. But the other issue to that is these illegal drivers right here. I mean, this driver was illegal. He was supposed to be sent back, but yet under the non-domicile CDL, he was still approved to drive. So this is very, very bad. It's there's a broken system here. And so it sucks when I say that it always feels like people have to pass away for things to change. And so this is a major one right here. I didn't want to make any assumptions at all, but this right here is the truth is, this driver was told to go back to his country, did not. And because of the way the states allow these non-domicile CDLs, this driver was approved to drive. And here we are today with a state trooper that passed away when he shouldn't have. Mutha Trucker's coming down below. Just want to give you guys that information here today.
Mutha Trucker news. News. Mutha Trucker news. News. Mutha Trucker news. News. Mutha Trucker news. We got them heavy haulers, reefer vans, hoppers, and them fat step backs, double drops, RGNs, takers.